almost live. Yes, we are live. Almost. Not quite. Almost. We're live. Hello! Oh, I was singing to someone. It's myself. If you have no one to sing to you, then just sing to yourself. Or something. That's what they say anyway. Around these parts being my office being a space in a room. Welcome everyone. Okay, right. I also cannot have caffeine after 5 p.m. I shouldn't even have any caffeine, but I do anyway because I like it. I like it good. Um, anyway, um, John asks, is it still cold over here in Canada? It is not that cold. We were in the plus Celsius range today. I cannot think of what it would be in Fahrenheit, but we hit a high of 6 Celsius, so things were melting. So while things were melting, I packed up a bunch of orders to get them out while it was still relatively safe because I've been holding a whole bunch of ink orders. It has just been not safe to ship them. Even with the winterization ink setup that I do, they would have still gotten damaged and the bottles would have broken. So hello everybody, welcome. Hello Wendy, Sue, Bailey, Annie, Pertinax, Michelle, Dragon Drawer, Darla, Subgirl. Hey Subgirl, welcome. Very nice to see you here. So here we are. This is basically going to be a big shame fest where I shame myself for what I've done with my own Hobonichi. My plan was to not buy one this year. And I was doing really, really well, and then I ended up with one because of this. It was this. Sorry about the light reflection, but it was this. The little fox on the bicycle, and then on the back, the little cat at the post office, post box thing. With city lights in the background, who am I to resist that? So I bought it, and I thought, surely this will fix my life. I was so sure. I was like, okay, this thing has, if you're unfamiliar with it, I've already done things to it. It has the month on 2 pages, and then it has the weekly with the hours. So you can do scheduling, and I thought, oh, I'll log my hours on here. My life will be so organized. Everything will be so good. Here's the hours that I spent doing this and that. And then on the main part, you have a day per page, which is probably what most people use. I did write things on some of them, but then I gave up because you know what? I found it more frustrating to remember that, oh, hey, I have to write the hours that I spent doing this or that. And I found that more annoying than anything else. And so I just stopped doing it. And then I realized, okay, I just spent like 100 Canadian dollars on this stupid notebook, which I still love, but stupid notebook. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying here. Let's all catch up. It is so cute. It's so cute. I love it. It's the Hobonichi Han. Yes. Han? Han. I don't know. I just bought it because it was cute. And, okay, Michelle, you lasted till January 4th. I did a little better than that. But barely. Just barely. I lasted till like mid-January. Oh, no, end of January. So, we didn't really make it very far. And so now I'm thinking, I feel like I need to do something else with it because otherwise it's just a gigantic waste. Gigantic? Gigantic. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, I've already started doing things to it. So let me show you what I've already started doing to it. I've got pens selected here. Just because I already started doing things to it. But let me show you. I started doing this. So on the month, on 2 pages. This is what I did. Okay, also I have to tell you this. Remember the episode last week with the camera where it was blurry? It drove me insane. I have cycled through so many different cameras trying to find the right desk setup, and I just caved and I bought a real camera. So this one, look at this. I could actually do some zooming so I could actually show you stuff. Anyway, it's just so much better. I'm so stoked. And it cost me a fortune. So if you really, really love me and you want to support me, I'm on Patreon. Okay. Um your Patreon money goes to supporting me with stuff like this. It's really just equipment. So here's what I did. The other problem with this was that in doing this, I discovered that I got one of the notebooks with crappy Tomoe River paper. Yeah. So, I just did a like a little doodle per day thingy cuz just for fun. And in some cases I spilled and then it blended and it was fine. I was fine with that. It wasn't about it wasn't about having a perfect ink per day. But what I discovered, I'm gonna just pull this up close so you can see. I discovered that it just does not behave the way I want it to behave. So if I turn the page, you can see there's a lot of bleed through. A lot. And worse yet, there is feathering. So for me, feathering is a deal breaker. I'm okay with bleed through because I feel like on the back side I can work it into whatever inky stuff I'm doing. Feathering? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So I'm very, very sad about it. Show through I'm okay with, but this level of bleed through with just a normal nib is not okay. So, you know, in the end, maybe it's fine that I just do whatever I want with it because it would not have been the most joyous experience anyway. More feathers than a chicken coop. That's right. More feathers than a chicken coop after a fox has gotten through it. Just feathering everywhere. So, we have that. And then one of the other things I was just exploring this today was doing this. This is I don't like it. I was about to insult myself for it, but then I thought, no, practice what you preach. This is not what I was looking for, but I'm okay with it. It does sound, it's got the crinkle. It's got the crinkle. She's got the crinkle. So, at least it's got that. I don't know if they have fixed the paper in the spring release because what I understand, shockingly, Hobonichi actually denied any issues. They were like, no, that's the way it's supposed to be. I cannot make an opinion on this and I cannot say too much about it in a fair way because I don't know enough about it. I haven't done enough reading on what their response was, but I'm not super hopeful about it. Thank you, Simmergy. Yes, no fixing for the yearly planners. Maybe there's more information out there, but here we are. So this is kind of what I came up with. I like this, even though it's going to feather. And I don't know, I thought if you guys have planners, or if you also have Hobonichis that you have been let down by, or that you have neglected, it's the Hobonichi's fault because the paper was not amazing. Maybe you would want to join and do something like this with me. Like we could do, so here I did an alphabet per square. And if it didn't fit, I just kind of put whatever fit. And if it didn't fit, this is literally an A, a line of a B, the top of a C, and a piece of a D. Piece of a D. I just did whatever fit. So we could do that. And then on here, I was going to do each day gets 7 wildly panting fruit flies, gazed anxiously at the juicy bouncing kumquats. And I don't actually have enough inks to do this for all of the weeks, but I'll do whatever I can, and then I'll start blending. This one, I thought I would write it across, and then for the second day, here, I'll demonstrate. So for the second day, it'll go from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then the third day will be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So just as an example, we could do this. It's going to look like a complete disaster in the end. I'm okay with it. So just let me just do this because that's the whole point of what we're doing here today. I tried. I tried to use this. I tried to make it fix my life and organize me and get my brain unscattered. It did not work. Gazed anxiously. It didn't work at all. It's just not what I needed. Gazed anxiously at the juicy, bouncing kumquats. And then we're almost done. 2 more lines. 7 wildly. While I do this, I'll try to read what you guys are up to. I know, they do disappoint me because first of all, it's not inexpensive. $100 Canadian. That's still a lot of money. And, I mean, I've had a Hobonichi for the last 6 years. Last year was the first year that I skipped. I tried to use the plotter monthly schedule and weekly schedule. That didn't work either. I tried to use just bouncing kumquats. I tried to use a Filofax, didn't work. I tried to go digital, didn't work. 7 wildly panting. I mean, maybe the problem is me, and not all the planners that I'm trying to use to fix my life. Gazed anxiously. Okay, so that's 2 days. So then if we add in another day, I won't do the whole thing. I'll just show you what I meant. 7 wildly panting fruit flies gazed anxiously. So what we're seeing here is that it's a complete disaster. It is not attractive. At the juicy bouncing kumquats. And I don't intend to do this every week. What I intend to do for the future weeks is actually some doodle stacking. And I will show you what I mean by that in just 1 second. Panting fruit flies. So by that, I mean, so for the doodle stacking, it would be more specifically something like this. So let me just do an example. Sorry. I felt it. I felt it about to happen. I'm going to change the page so that I can show this to you. So let's say for this one, I started with a base of the broad lines. So we could do something like so it would originate in the day, whatever stack I'm working with, it'll originate in the day of the week that I'm doing it on. Of course, it is always flexible, but that's the idea. I won't do a really complicated one just because this could take like a full hour. Although I guess there's really no reason we can't. No reason we can't. Oh, I'm running out of ink in this. I mean, it still has ink, but anyway, I'm running out of ink. So there are some lines, and then the next thing I did on this one was the little squiggles. So let's say we do squiggles. Let's do squiggles with, what did I do squiggles with? I think with this one I did squiggles. So then we'll do squiggles with, thank you for the bless yous. We'll do squiggles like this. Now, this could be really insane. I'm just kind of winging this as we go. Gourmet pens, do you let your pens touch each other? Oh, absolutely. They rub up and they do whatever they want. Maybe that's not the right thing to say. Also, I was packing orders yesterday. I have to tell you this story because it's really funny. And I was on a really good roll, and I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. And then I was crinkling up the craft paper as like packing material, and I sliced the web of my finger open. And after that, I was like, that's it. I'm done for the day. Because I was really angry. Nobody cares. I mean, it's not really a big deal. I'm sure you care. Okay, so here are some squiggles. And then what I had done, I had done splats. So let me do a couple splats. Now, the only thing with the splats is I need something with a converter. I don't have a converter. I could do some splatter. So we're going to splatter from Wednesday on. Let's hope my aim is really good. Let's hope my aim is good. I repeated it. No, it's not. Okay. Because I only want it on Wednesday onward. I don't actually want it in the other days. Okay. Good enough. Okay. And then I do have pipette in here, but I didn't. And then I did little swirlies. So let's do little swirlies. And with the swirlies, let's do dark swirlies. So we're going to do dark swirlies. So the dark swirlies will be from Thursday onwards. I'm pulling up my sleeve so that if I get ink on me, it's just on my skin. Or for when I get ink on me, it's just on my skin. Okay. It is the worst place to get a paper cut. Like, I didn't even know the pain that I would feel in the web. I was singing to myself, obviously, while packing orders. And there was definitely profanity that came out of my singing mouth when the incident occurred, when it took place. So the fun thing about doodle stacking is you can alter the density of your doodle stacks. Like, you could do what you want. It doesn't have to be loose. It doesn't have to be snug. It can be like a really compact stack, or it could be really spread out. Just based on time, I'm just kind of doing a really loose one here, but clearly this one is much more snug. Okay, I actually did several swirlies, but what I'm going to do now is I did little bars. So the little bars are these. So I'm going to do some of the little bars. They're like little bacteria, little rods. And so this is from Thursday. Just making sure we've got some ink in there. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm so into this. I'm so excited about this one. If there are pen questions, I'm hoping somebody else in the chat knows what I'm using, because I'm so excited and hyper-focused on this that I'm not really looking at the chat right just yet. I will catch up after. Okay. And then we can do, I did this one, which is a halo nib. And so what I did was just actual circles. So that was Thursday, that was Friday. So now we can go from Saturday. Saturday is just circles. I mean, you don't need a halo nib to do it. It's just that I like how consistent it comes out. It's consistent. It's simply predictable. Okay. I was updating LinkedIn because apparently that's the cool thing to do nowadays. And LinkedIn asks you, like, what are your skills? What are you good at? I'm like, singing while throwing ink on a page. That was not a skill in their, like, pre-populated skill template thing. Lame LinkedIn. So lame. Okay, and then we can do whatever we want. I feel like we need some more pop in here. So I'm gonna put some pink, and then we're on Sunday. So for pink on Sunday, let's do some confetti, like confetti symbols. So like this. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I think this is the solution. I think this is what I'm going to do for the week on 2 pages setup. I think the doodle stack is the way to go. Okay. While that sits there for a second, you may observe its magnificence. or whatever it is. Let me see what we got. Let me see what we got. What's going on here? Okay. Oh yeah, the NYU fountain pen news. Yeah, I'm very much into your NYU. Listen, you absolutely ink it. If somebody buys a pen, somebody gives you a pen, if you have a pen, if you find a pen, you ink it. That's just what happens. There's no reason to leave a pen new old stock, uninked, pristine, necky of ink. That's not a pen's destiny. That's not what any pen wants. No. When it goes to pen heaven and pen God asks it, did you fulfill your destiny? It's like, no, my owner didn't use me. Boy. I think you should ink it. And I think you should enjoy it. What opus? That wasn't for me, right? Because I don't have any opuses in here. It is a nib with a nose ring. Well, hello, strings and petals. Welcome. I'm not multitasking. I'm not. It's not me. It's not me. Okay. So there we go. That's our I like it. I like how this stack like built at the end by the end of the week. And you know what we could do? We could assign a mood to it. Like depending on how your mood starts in the week, you could make each doodle like a mood a representative of your mood. And so clearly for me, this would say what emotions does this evoke? Like what do you see emotion-wise? Go for it. Because to me, I see what is going on, scattered, has issues, probably needs like a parasite cleanse or something. So I'm just curious what you see in this. I'm just curious. Spirochetes. Yes. Thank you. Maria, I don't mean to laugh, but that's so funny. Whichever doodle is anxiety would be the only doodle in my stack. I feel that. I feel that. I actually, it's funny because I go to therapy regularly, and every single time I'm like, I don't have anxiety. And she's like, are you sure? I don't have anxiety, but I do have, no, I do not have social anxiety, but apparently I have worry about everything else anxiety. So there is that. So I'm actually really excited about this. Thank you guys for being here with me while I create this, because this is going to be it. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of the times. And really oddly, this did really well. There is no feathering, and this is kind of what I expect from Tomo. So maybe it is that I have random pages throughout the notebook that are performing better than others. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's kind of annoying, but I'm still going to use it. And I think this is going to be what I'm going to do. So I'm excited about this. So that's what it's going to be. The mood I'm going to assign to this is scattered. I don't know if that's a mood. That's not really a feeling, but that's what it's going to do. It's going to be scattered. Dragon Drawer, it reminds you of a graph, but a graph of what? A graph of my sanity over the week? Possibly? Maybe? Possibly that. It's probably that. So that is a really fun. So this is kind of what I was doing in a different notebook, testing the notebook. Okay, so the pages are a mixed bag. Your January was fine. February, the beginning of it was hot trash. Honey, it's only Monday. Yeah, it's only Monday, but it's Monday. What? No, yeah, but it's last. This is last week's. Okay, this is this week. So I could do one for Monday. So today, what day was today? Today's Monday. Today I felt, what did I feel? Probably great duress, as I always do. How about let's do some like jagged rage. I don't think I had rage. I probably did. Let's do that. And it's not an ECG. Do you guys have ECGs or EKGs? We have ECG, I think. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It can't be that, because if this was an ECG, the recipient would be not doing that well. Okay. Jagged Little Rage. I'm gonna let them blend a bit. They can touch each other. It doesn't have to be all consistent and perfect. We encourage mess. We encourage chaos. The pen I'm using is the pen Squale, and the nib is a Fude nib. The pen Squale is Pens by Pasquale's flagship, like, signature pen. It has a sweet clip. Sweet clip. So, oh gosh. If you're ever wondering what it's like to be me, it's very much like this. Even if there was no one here in the room, like if you guys were not here in the room, I would still be talking to myself, and I would be laughing to myself, and I would be cracking jokes, and I honestly don't know if I'm in reality or if I'm somewhere else. So, this is Monday. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Who knows what's gonna happen? What was the emotion that I said? No, it wasn't really rage. It's more like, what is going on? Scattered. Again, why am I always scattered? No, I'm not gonna write it down. I'm not gonna write it down. Let me show you the nib. It's a Fude. It's a Bacchus Fude from a Leonardo pen. I just moved it around. So there we go. Isn't it sweet? Isn't it lovely? It's so lovely. Michelle, that's not a good rhythm. It is not a good rhythm. Um, yeah, it's not a good rhythm. I just actually on Saturday morning, I was the end of a 3-day Holter monitor that I was wearing, and it's really funny because it went really well. There were like no symptoms in the 3 days, and then that evening my heart goes ballistic, and I'm like, of course it happens when I take off the monitor. Why not? So anyway, um okay, let me put this bookmarker on here for when I come back here tomorrow. And oh my gosh, this is the first time that I've ever had or I've ever created like an inky challenge type thing for myself. I don't usually do those where I post every day or I do something, except for the very strenuous Diamine Inkven calendar at the end of the year. This is the first time that I'll have something, and this is totally doable to just do one day's worth of stack. So I'm pretty excited. Yes, Sespresso. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Although I don't know if I have it in my little pouch. Um, yes, I do. I have one of them anyway. Yeah. I got this one. And then it has a little, tiny little Fuda on it. Amazing little kits. I sell them in my shop, by the way, in case anybody's interested. But this one is an iridescent, like really nice pearly finish. And then I have the regular one somewhere in here. That's not what we're looking for. Nobody cares. I care! Here's the one with the little swimmer on it. I bought it because I bought it for myself. That's not true. I bought it for the shop and then I took it for myself because I like it. I like it. It's a very pretty sailor and they were really fair price. Probably better in the States than they are in Canada, but yeah, that's just the joys of pricings. Okay, let's go to today. Today is February 24th. So I wrote things into February. Holy smokes, man. I did really well this year in terms of like using it. Okay, so now I need to figure out what I'm going to do on the day itself. I mean, I guess I could just do an inky mess on it. You know what that starts with? That starts with some water. We got water. We have... Sorry. Oh, gosh. We have water. We have a pipette. We've got pens. Let's add water to the page. No, wait. I was going to do this. I was going to add water, then I was going to brush it around. There's already ink in here, so... because I didn't clean my brush properly. This brush was a gift from a friend who isn't really in the fountain pen world anymore, and she sent me this amazing brush eons ago when I was in the Netherlands, and I really miss her, and I gotta find out where she is. Okay. Let's add a bit of ink on here. Just do whatever it wants. Oh, that's a nice color. I don't know what color this is because I bought this pen used and it was inked. And excuse me, Simmergy. What do you mean, yikes? Yikes, you. Like, how rude. Is it the yikes because I'm throwing the ink or what? Okay. Oh, Subgirl, so glad you were able to catch a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I remembered to post it on Blue Sky today. Because usually I post the link on Instagram, and because I am trying to use Blue Sky a little more and hopefully kind of migrate over there eventually, I remembered to post it, and I'm so glad that I did. Okay, so let's write... Do you know who it is? Strings Petals. Maybe? Her name on Instagram... Her name is Wendy. Not our Wendy Sue here. Caca! It was a different Wendy. But I'll have to look. I'll have her email or messages or something from her. Okay, let's write a word. Let's write Monday. No, let's write ink. Let's write ink. This is why I do what I do. I want to play inks with you. Okay. I'm also doing this to see if this paper can, this portion of paper can handle it. I guess we'll find out. Ink. Inky messes. Inky messes. Just for the record, because last time I was so ravenous by the end of the live stream, this time I had a very large dinner. Oh, that looks so good. Holy smokes. What part of the world? She was in the States. Um, Oh, wait. No, wait. Sorry, sorry. I misread that. That was Pertinax asking Maria. I'm slow. Um, oh, that actually reminds me. Pertinax suggested that I ask the audience, what time do you guys prefer? Because currently this is 10 p.m. Eastern. How do you feel about 9 p.m. Eastern? Would that help at all? Would that make this more accessible or more comfortable? Please let me know in the chat. Michelle, this is a pen sloth guru. I might have one for sale in the shop that I have not put up yet. I'll have to check. But if not, I could get one from him. Like, he can make them. It is, without a doubt, one of my favorite nibs on the planet. Always inked. What did I have for dinner? I had a cheeseburger on a lettuce bun with Cajun French fries. So it was really good. It's strings and petals. I know you'll be nocturnal for me. I need to find a better time. um, help you, but you're old. Okay, it sounds like 9 p.m. would be okay with everybody. Um, okay, we can try that out. So next week, I know, don't worry, we're not wrapping up yet. We have time. But next week, I will not have a live because I will be visiting my parents because I have a doctor's appointment out where they are. So I won't be back in time. But on the following Monday, we will have a live. And maybe I'll just do something in between just for fun. You're fine with either. You don't sleep. I believe that. I believe you don't sleep. It seems fitting. It seems fitting. Okay, I'm gonna prop this up. I'm gonna blow this a little bit. Get your blowers out. Get your blowers out. We're gonna do a bit of blowing. Notice I let it dry a little first, so that when I add the layer of blowing on top, there is still activity underneath. It's kind of a miracle that YouTube hasn't flagged me yet. It's probably thinking, what is this person talking about? This seems obscene. And I'm like, don't judge me. Watch my videos, then judge me. Or something. Just as a recommendation, I recommend you tell your friends to also subscribe. I've been kind of stuck at a subscriber level for the last 2-3 months. It's a little depressing. It's very annoying. I know they always say, like, don't base your worth on your subscriber count. I'm like, I know, I'm not, but it would be really cool if it would go up a little or something. Or at least then if I could know, like, how to, what am I doing wrong? Like, what would make people enjoy? But you know what? It doesn't really matter because we enjoy this. I have fun doing this. In the past, when I used to do reviews and stuff, I would kind of dread them because it's not that I dislike reviews, it's just that I wanted to, I don't know, like, I don't really accept review stuff anymore. And it's because it just didn't make me happy. It wasn't super fun, it wasn't interesting, it didn't feel rewarding. And so now to me this feels way better, and I really enjoy it. But the other people, they want reviews, and I'm like, this is not the place for it. So maybe I just need to accept that this is it. But we are a quality audience. You are correct, Maria. That is right. The content is 100% based within a niche hobby. This is a $6 million show nib. Thank you very much. Yes, this is the one that I got at Philly. This is actually not mine. This is a friend's that I borrowed it because It is the like pink, teal, blue, no, blue, teal, green. And I wanted to put it on the Sapphire Lakes because I eyedroppered it, and it looks absolutely killer as an eyedroppered pen. If you ever think to yourself, this pen's kind of boring, eyedropper it. Guaranteed it'll make it a million times more interesting. So, anyway, that's why. It's true. I can do a review while I'm doing this, and I much prefer this style of reviewing. But it's more of a performance assessment, which I'm okay with. Okay, the backside is not bad considering what I did to it. So maybe it's just like the first half of the book that's not great. Oh, Michelle, I messaged him instantly. Not to buy it, but I just said, oh noes, as in like, how dare you, you know? I really wish he would stop making things that I really like. He won't, though. Maybe I'm the problem. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Eyedropper, or at least dirtier. Please, woman, you know it looks good eyedroppered. I'll show you another example. I had gotten a pen. It's right here. When I first got this, I was like, it's pretty, but whatever. And I actually considered selling it for a brief moment. Actually, it wasn't even a brief moment. I thought about selling it. And then I thought, let me just ink it up just to be sure. I inked it. It has a green ink in it. And look how the shimmer comes out in the body as so green. So green. And so that was my lesson to myself. Just eyedropper the pen. Because look how good it looks. The first step is admitting you are the problem. See? Oh no, I wasn't going to go to Baltimore. I might have to send a mule. Someone's going to have to mule for me. I mean, not that I need to go. Not that I need more nibs or pens or anything. Thank you so much for joining, Doug. Good night. That is a very early day. You probably missed me saying goodbye to you, but thank you anyways. And I hope it goes well. I hope. You know what I really love? I really love seeing you all step up for each other. I mean, I know some of you know each other, but I also know a lot of you have not met each other before. And when one person says they're struggling with something, just watching you all, like most of you strangers to each other, just watching everybody step up just to support someone that you've never met is so incredible. It actually makes me teary. So thank you so much for making this such a welcoming and safe space for each other. Pens by Casey. Oh gosh, don't tell me more things I need to buy. No, do. Okay, let that dry. Okay. Sorry, I'm all teary-eyed from saying that. It's really annoying having feelings. Whoever designed them made them really annoying. I am so glad, John. You were one of the first people that came to mind when I was thinking about this. And, you know, I know that none of us can really fix anything for each other, but it's really, really incredibly cool to see strangers step up. Yep, I agree. Kindness is free. I mean, even if it costs you a bit of your dignity, that's okay. Okay. Sweet Caroline. That's so delightful. And it looks like it held up really well. That looks killer. Oh, that ink combination was so good. So that's what I'm going to do with this notebook. Thank you all so much for helping me. I don't know what I'm going to do with the old pages. Maybe just leave them in there. Maybe I'll just like washi tape them together so that they're just sealed up or something. You don't have any Yamabudo? That ink is like the rite of passage ink. Le Crank, c'est chic. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here. I'm gonna put it over here just to completely. I mean, it's mostly dry. I just want to make sure it's completely dry. Okay, let's move that and that. And then let's play with my pen squale. Yeah, thank you so much. Espresso, I know your real name. I'm just using your avatar name. Thank you so much. The Be Brave pen, which I have right in here, is definitely one of the most special pens. And I still can't believe that I was able to do this for Body Brave. It's just really cool. Also, it's got a GP splat on the nib. Not a lot of pens have that. I'm just saying. So it's very cool. And I'm so grateful. Thank you. Okay, let's do. I mean, we've got like 10, 15 minutes, so I just thought we would just play around. Blouse Barn loved. You called my store skank. Oh, I was watching Schitt's Creek. Took me a minute there. I was like, what on earth? You called my store skanky? Did I sell out of it? No, I have. I have quite a few left. I ordered a ton. And so there are more. And I also use them quite often for Fountain Pen 101 workshops. Just because it's a really reliable, good pen. And it's still in the shop. It is the Be Brave. They're made by Tianzi, and they are cartridge converter. It is a fine nib, although it's like a fine medium. And I even have a friend who got her nib ground just to make the pen a little more fun for her daily use because she's got other pens. And I do believe that was something really enjoyable for her. I think she really, really likes it now. Schitt's Creek. So that is always an option. Maybe I should get one ground too, because I have 3 of them. Yes, I have 3 of my own pen. I have 5 of my own opuses, so. And I always think to myself, I could use another one of these. I'm pretty happy with this camera, y'all. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think that might be the winner. It also does a lot better with the light than the other ones did. Yes, I'm sure the humidity changes how paper behaves. My humidity right now here is 30%, so it's actually quite dry. And Houston at this time, I mean, I guess it would be kind of dry. Maybe? What kind of camera? It is. It's a Sony FX30. It was on sale. And I went there and I harassed the poor people at the store. I went to an actual camera store and I thought to myself, you know what? This is a scenario where someone who likes pens but doesn't know much or something or has a question might come to me, ask for advice, and then go to buy it on Amazon. So I said to them, just for the record, I appreciate all of your time. Like, they spent 2 hours with me. I appreciate all of your time. I'm not going to go buy this on Amazon. I want to buy it here with you because I appreciate this. And it was totally worth it. They were so incredible, so helpful. And I was like, this is a really nice experience to get to buy it in store. And then I thought to myself, I should have a pen store. So it went downhill from there. But I really like it. I'm still getting to learn it. I'm not a photographer. I've never been a photographer. I like fun pictures. I do stuff with my iPhone, but it's because it does all the work for me. It's not real. And I just wrote harassed Sony, so that's great. But I think for these purposes, it's really good. Yes, I very much need to have Odessa's Severance. They will not, I'm sure they will flag me as copyright if I did that. Everything feels different in Houston. It's true. It's true. I've only been to Houston briefly when I adopted a rejected cat. But I've been to Dallas a few times and I lived in Austin, which I loved, and I would totally love to go back and visit. There's no Austin Pen Show yet, but they have an Austin Pen Club, as far as I understand. I am macro data refining. You were right. I would love permission from Odessa to use their music. One day, maybe. I'll be like, listen, you're tattooed on me. You should let me use your music. I can tell you what this purple ink is because I really love it. It is Robert Oster Go-Go, which makes me think of go-go dancers, which is probably not what it's supposed to be. But, you know, in a past life, not me, but some of us. Go-go dancers. And it's kind of like a blue purple, or a purple blue. It's definitely on the colder side of the purples, not a red one. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a really good idea. Deconstruct ink splatter pages and auction them for Be Brave. That's a really good idea. Even if I just put them up for like $10, and aside from shipping costs, like everything goes to Body Brave Canada, I really like that. I would enjoy that very much. There are some pages that are, in my opinion, pretty spectacular, in my biased opinion. So, like in this one, I did... This one might not be everybody's jam, but I really liked how weird it turned out. But I really like this one. And my favorite page in here is probably this one. I really, really liked how this one turned out. So, I would really enjoy doing that. So maybe I will do that. And then I did some horrifying neon. I did some like swirly jellyfish, disturbing things, other disturbing things. This one was a kind of like a negative space thing, like muscle things, and then that was as far as I reached with that. So I have many notebooks on the go. You like the blue-gray with the orange color. It's actually like neon orange, and I didn't think anybody would like that, but I loved it. Like, I like how this kind of stuff came out, the way it moved into the ink. I really enjoyed how it worked out like that. But even so, I could even just scan them and sell them as like wallpapers, and then all the proceeds could go to Body Brave or something, just as a way to do something for them. So that would be really cool. Thank you for the idea. I love that. We got all the hearts. All the hearts. Lovely. Lovely. I have tried doing like, I don't want to I don't want to call them Zentangles, but like doodles like that. I can't do it. I have seen other people do really good stuff with it. Like J.K. Wrights does really amazing stuff. She's just really good at it. I am not. I think maybe it's too structured for me. I want something more horrifying. You know, more like, oh, what is that? Kind of like the orange and blue gray. Like, oh, what is that? Like, I don't know. Don't yell at me. I don't know what I'm doing. I made an appointment at 9 a.m. Tomorrow. I'm not really sure why I did that. That seemed like a bad choice now. I mean, it's fine. It's okay. I'll do it, but there's going to be like questions, and I'm going to have to give answers, and I'll be like, I'm not really sure where I am right now. I really love breakfast food. I really like breakfast. If you had to pick between breakfast and dinner food, what would you pick? Please tell me. I would pick breakfast any day. I could eat breakfast for dinner for the rest of my life, and I would be happy. And I think breakfast for dinner is easier than dinner for dinner. Oh, I like that shape. That came out quite nice. I hate morning appointments. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. Okay, I put a new nib in this pen. This is a Stylus Suite Extra Fine X Harpoon Wing Flex. It's a bit of a mouthful. If you have never used a Stylus Suite Flex nib, you are missing out. This thing is a dream. I know, it's an extra fine and it is a dream. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with it. Obsessed. The capabilities, the things that he does to nibs to make them snap back and have the flow that they do and behave the way they do is so amazing. I don't get it. You're right, John. You know, yeah, the price of eggs will make it worse, but we pay a lot for food here in Toronto anyway. So I think we're kind of like, for us, we're pretty used to having expensive food. It's not something for us that is shocking when food prices are just a lot. In fact, when I go to pen shows, even if I eat at the hotel, I'm shocked by how cheap it is compared to what we pay here. 15 pounds in 3 years is not that bad, especially considering the stress that you have to withstand. Oh my gosh, morning flights are awful in every fashion, especially when they're leaving people. But I don't like day flights or evening flights because I get stressed all day waiting for it to happen. I'd rather just get it over with. Just like an appointment. You know when someone says, "Oh, I'll phone you at 3 p.m." Okay, thanks for ruining my day. Even if you like them, it's like, great. Great. The entire day. I'm sorry, what's this about overnights messing with your metabolism? That would probably explain me. Michelle, how tall are you? I'm so curious. I am 5'3" and 3/4, so let's just say 5'4". And I am not, like, I've always just assumed like I'm not that tall. Um, I'm not super short. My best friend is 5'2". My grandma's like 4'9". You're 4'10". Okay, you're adorable. You're 4'10", but you've got skills, man. I wouldn't mess with you. Just saying, I wouldn't. I'd be like, I don't know. It's the small ones you need to look out for. The small ones are sassy. You know? So you used to be 4'11" and now you're 4'9". How does that happen? I mean, it does happen. The spine shrinks or something, right? Maybe you just need to do like spinal extensions, like spinal column stretching or something. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm just picturing it. Sorry. You were, holy, 2 meters. 6 feet is pretty impressive. Then you became a father. Now you're 5'11". I think it's inevitable. I'm probably gonna be like 5'2" by the end of it all. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Well, I'm very jealous of all of you going to Baltimore. I hope you all have a delightful time. And please be aware, I will probably be texting you like, yo, I need you to mule this for me. No, I'm just kidding. I won't. I won't. It'll help me save money if I don't do that. And I'm trying to save monies because I'm an adult and I'm mature and it's tax season soon. And who knows what's going to happen. I say that ominously, but really, you are pretty tall. 5'7". I wish I was that. You used to be 9'12". Oh gosh. Yes, measure yourself. See if we have all shrunken. I think I probably have shrunken too. Anyway, friends, thank you so much. I try to keep these to 1 hour because I want it to be a time frame that is doable for everybody, including myself. So Thank you all for joining me and cheering me up. I really appreciate it. And it's really awesome to have you all here. So, let's wrap up. I'm pooped, as it turns out. Let's wrap up. As per usual, I've got stuff in the shop, and I'm trying to get onto Blue Sky a bit more now. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitter, Facebook X, which I'm moving away from, and Instagram and Blue Sky. You can get a quack and NyQuil time. Oh, yes. I love NyQuil. I love NyQuil. But thank you again. I really appreciate you all being here, and it's really awesome, this little space that we have created. So, wishing you all much love and have a wonderful night or day wherever you may be, or wherever you may be heading to. And I will see you next time. I will post the next live stream as soon as I figure out when I'm able to do it. So, take care, everyone. Bye.